Yes!
3, 2, 1!
Hi all and welcome back to the channel. Today I have another race for you that will be consecutive weekends for Hilly 10k trail races. The race this weekend is the Piddlewood plod, which is based around a small village of Thurlbear just outside of Taunton in Somerset in the Blackdown Hills. I've done this local race since 2016, although that first year was a bad experience, having gone wrong not once but twice. I went to primary school with the race director, so know him well, and he manages to mention my mishap pretty much every year that I've competed since. After 2016, I've come 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 1st in age category, and 3rd in 2023, which is the last time that I ran the race. The course was changed after 2019 due to nesting birds, I believe, and moved from June to July, which generally now means that the temperatures are much higher. The course goes out a couple of k, then does a 2.5k loop twice, and then run back to the start point, which is Thurlbear Primary School, which is part of the reason for the race being established, to raise money for the school. The race registration is done by Full On Sport, so again, like last week, I was able to view public entries and check out the competition. So having checked the night before, I can see that 4 of the 5 that beat me in last week's Quantock Beasts are down to race again this weekend. So not holding out much hope for a podium finish, but I would give it my all. So off goes the horn, and although I start quick, as you can see from the stats on the screen, I'm instantly into 6th place. And the same as last week, with 4 of the 5 being the same individuals that beat me from last week's race too. If you haven't already, please help me with the channel by hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already, and a thumbs up like and a comment to help with that YouTube algorithm. In the middle of this field, we reached the lowest part of the race at 43 metres, which you can see in the top right of the screen, and this is at the 1k point, before climbing up to the start of the loop for the first time, which is around 90 metres. I've now caught one of the runners in front of me who was 5th, and decide to go straight through. I don't think this is actually because I've increased my pace, rather the runner in front has actually gone off too quick at the start and is slowing. The next runner is now about 60 metres or so in front of me. At 2.5k, I've hit the bottom of the first loop, and I've definitely drew in closer to the runners in front of me. At 3.2k, I've hit the bottom of the very steep climb, and this is 125 meters, which you can see again from the top right of the screen, and this is where my pace plummets, although I do run up the hill just very slowly. At 3.6k, I've hit the highest part of the race at 153 meters. Before I move into a steep downhill section, this section is very tricky as you're flying down at pace on this hill, and the ground is both rutted and has large loose stones, so you need to have your wits about you. After just 4k, I've been recording for around 70 minutes, so know that I have around 10 minutes-ish remaining of record time on the camera. I don't actually start recording again until the last half k of the race, and think I probably could have still done some recording in key parts of the race, but didn't want to do what I did last week, which is run out of battery just before the finish line. I had become isolated for most of the race, as I pulled away from those behind early on and couldn't get close enough to the back of the group in front, and had lost sight of them after about 7k. But when I checked behind at around 9k, I saw Matt from Burnham-on-Sea Harriers is closing in very fast and must only be 30 seconds back at most. And more importantly, he's in my age category. You will see me look behind a number of times over the last half k as I'm worried he is going to catch me. I managed to hold out the challenge from Matt and cross the line in 5th place in 42.21, about 1 minute 20 behind 4th and about 20 seconds in front of 6th, Matt. This turned out to be one of the slowest times that I've done in the race and was pretty disappointed with it, if I'm honest. But we move on. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. And ideally, drop me a comment, which helps with that YouTube algorithm. See you in the next one. Bye.